It seems like forever since the last time. All right, what's going on? My name is Jarard Kenneth. I'm originally from Saginaw, Michigan, born and raised there. I'm a military vet. Yeah, I'm an R&B artist, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I grew up going to a Christian non-denominational church. My mother is Kojic, and so there's certain things I didn't per se hear music-wise within gospel music. I didn't really hear a lot. And I heard a blend of a lot of like contemporary gospel and like a smidge of what we would probably consider now uh, Christian contemporary music, CCM, right? So there's a CCM and then there's contemporary gospel. There's a huge difference. As far as my musical journey is concerned, I've been singing since I was 4 years old, singing in church or in school pretty much all of my life. I started songwriting, well, actually writing poetry at like the age of 13. I don't know why. I just started writing poetry. And around like 15 or 16, I started producing. And I started recording the first time ever. I think I was about like 17, 16 or 17. And then around like 18-ish, I started like trying to figure this stuff out on my own and record on my own. And I've been doing that for a long time. Concerning R&B, and I want to talk about R&B specifically, there's no R&B without gospel. A large majority of R&B artists, independent or mainstream, all come from church or have some sort of church background, right? In some shape, form, or fashion. A lot of the ones that are older than me, oh, they definitely grew up in church. And the same thing with me. So I have that blend of a blend of gospel, a blend of contemporary gospel, a blend of what we would call again now CCM. Obviously R&B, the way like the older R&B sounds, the new sound. It's a blend of that. Neo soul. It's all that stuff is still based around gospel, but it's just different, like derivatives of it, so to speak. Right. So that's my sound when you hear me. And then on top of that, I love Latin music. I started learning Spanish when I was like 21, 22, way over 10 years ago. And so I loved that sound. And so you might hear certain either in my production or in my writing, because I'm gonna write something in Spanish if I feel like it, right? Or just in a way that I like just orchestrate my stuff. You're gonna hear different elements of different things. So my sound is just a blend of the things that I grew up listening to, the things that I got introduced to, and how essentially what I wanted to do this amalgamation, so to speak, of all those different sounds that I love, to where when the listener hears it, it's like, okay, well that's different. I never heard that before. I usually hear this. What's that? And why is he singing like that? Or why is he coming? It's just an amalgamation of all the different things within my 38 years of living that I just like grown to love and appreciate. It's just this huge amalgamation. What inspires me to create music? I mean, essentially life. When I was a teacher, I used to tell the kids that music influences the culture, but it's also a reflection of the culture. And I said that since like 2015. It influences the culture, but it also reflects the culture. So for me, what inspires me to make music is from in my case, it's just life. That's how I got started writing poetry. I don't know, I was just feeling some type of way and just started writing. Sometimes I write things from like my experiences, or I write from a perspective of, I wish this would happen. It's just like people writing movies or scripts or something like that. They just have this idea. But again, for me, it's just life. Life is what actually inspires me. The good things, the bad things, the hindsight. Yeah, I do. I have a I have a plethora of influences. I would say my first influence musically is my mother. I used to watch her sing, hear her sing, and of course, this is prior to my voice changing. at 11. And yeah, that was fun. So I used to have this really high pitch, little Mike slash Mariah type of voice because I was a kid and my mom, she's a soprano. So I was just singing what she sang. That was my first initial influence. Uh, I know my next influences were people like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And even from the gospel, it was so many people. The whole Winans family, I'll just say it like that. If I just say like, if I say like their groups, it'd be too much. Just the entire Winans family, the Clark sisters, the Daryl Coleys. I mean, even the Kurt Franklins, the Fred Hammonds, right? The commission, you know what I'm saying? These groups, man, the Billy and the Sarah Gaines, and I think what's her name? Beverly Crawford, the Larnell Harrises. Not too many people know about some of these people that I'm mentioning because some of it is like a lot of people may know about the Winans and the Clark sisters, but if I mention a Billy and Sarah Gaines, you're like, who is that? If I mention a Beverly Crawford, who is that? If I mention a Larnell Harris, who is that? You know what I'm saying? A Crystal Lewis, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those, it was a blend, like I said before, it's just an amalgamation, but I have so many influences, even down to like your neo soul, like your D'Angelo, your music soul child, your Eric Roberson, Raphael Sadiq. I don't know where to stop. It's so many influences and specific influences that play a part in like either my production or like my sound, right? And it's just it's crazy.